Hello everyone. You just saw images from last year's Komen Evansville Tri-State More Than Pink Walk, the first one we ever had, and we were ready for the second one this year. But you know, this year is so different. COVID-19 has changed everything, but it hasn't changed the fact that we still are in a deep battle against breast cancer, and that's why we're determined to hold the second annual Komen Evansville Tri-State More Than Pink Walk, but it's virtual this year. It's going to be a little bit different, but we are still together in spirit. This time it's just over the web a little bit. The mission is still the same. We are here to fight breast cancer. We are here to raise money. We are here to support each other through this. So many people are dealing with this, and that's why Komen Evansville Tri-State is here to help. So first thing you got to do, go to KomenEvansville.org and register to walk with us. The idea with this virtual walk is to walk anywhere you want, whenever you can, and raise money for the cause. So welcome to the first ever virtual Komen Evansville Tri-State More Than Pink Walk. And to kick things off, let's hear from the Komen CEO, Paula Schneider.
Hi everybody, I'm Paula Schneider, and thank you so much for coming together. Even though we're not physically together today, I can't tell you how thankful I am that you are walking in your own neighborhoods. We wish we could come together as a community, but that isn't possible right now. But we are creating our own sense of community. And even though it's individual, we as a group are strong together.
Okay, so now you're ready to walk? It's really easy this year. All you have to do is just grab your family, your friends, your coworkers, anyone. Just grab them and walk where you can, when you can, and have fun with it. Make a socially distanced event of it if you want to. But just be safe, number one, but also just do it. Take donations, even small donations add up to help us fight this fight against breast cancer. And as they say, there's an app for that. Komen has made it easy by perfecting an app to help you with this. Just download from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. You log in using your username and password that you create during your registration. Connect the app to Apple Health or Google Fit to track your steps. Click Get Active, hit the Start button, and begin recording steps. So many things are different this year, but one thing remains the same: our loyal sponsors. And our presenting sponsor this year, we want to say a big thank you to them, Ascension St. Vincent. We couldn't be having our virtual event without them. So let's hear a little bit now from the president, Dan Parad.
Hi, I'm Dan Parad, the president of Ascension St. Vincent, and on behalf of all of us at Ascension St. Vincent, we are proud to support the great work of the Komen Foundation and the More Than Pink Walk. And while this year's walk is more of a virtual walk, we want to let you know how much we support all the work that's been done, as we know that so many people in our community have been touched with the diagnosis of cancer. And the great work of Komen and the More Than Pink Walk provides a source of hope, provides a support of healing, and we celebrate all the survivors today and their perseverance through this diagnosis as an inspiration to everyone else in the community who has been touched by this. So to all of you today, thank you for participating in this More Than Pink Walk and for your support of the Komen Foundation.
You are so important in this fight against breast cancer. You know, over the years, the community's donations have really helped us advance this fight. 25% of all of the money raised goes toward research to find better treatments and ultimately to find a cure for breast cancer. Our own Angie Humphrey went out and talked to some folks now about how that research is making a difference.
Well, I'm here in the booth called Research, great color purple, and you are? Sierra.
Karen,
tell the audience who's watching today how the Susan G. Komen pays for the research.
they do that through several donations and also many different events like the More Than Pink Walk that we're doing that's coming up soon on September 27th.
And how much money has the foundation raised?
They are well on their way to $1 billion. Right now, currently, they have raised $956 million.
Well, let's together say wow.
Wow.
I mean, that is a big deal. Let's talk about stage 4 cancer and how it's different from metastatic cancer.
They're not any different. You're going to hear it called stage 4 or metastatic. You might even hear it called advanced breast cancer. All of these terms are the same. There's no difference. It's just the way you're wording it.
All right. So let's talk about tissue samples. I know that's an important part in discovering cancer. How do they discover cancer in a tissue sample?
I actually brought a couple slides here, and in the normal cell slide, you're going to be able to see some milk ducts, and then in the cancerous slide right here, it's going to look a little different. And compared to the normal cell, there's just going to be a cluster of all those cells together, which makes it different looking.
Yes, it really does. You can see the difference. Hold those side by side if you would. Quite a difference. Yeah, the visual is right there, so you can see how they can discover it. So we hear a lot about, from Shelley Kirk and other people, about self-exams and breast exams. How do you do that correctly?
Right. There's a few different methods for doing that. The most important thing is to remember to do them every month, because if you do that every month, you're going to notice any changes from your normal. So that's the key thing to remember about this. But one of the exam types is you stand in front of a mirror and you're looking for differences from the left to the right, whether it be redness, irritation, any leaking, or any masses that may look like a marble. And to really check that, you would hold your hands above your arms above your head. And when you do that, it's going to lift everything up so you can see for any lumps underneath. And then you would also put your hands on your waist and turn from side to side. And that's going to show any differences on the sides. But one of the most important is to put your hands on your waist, kind of put your arms forward and lean forward so everything kind of relaxes. And if there's any masses in there, you'd be able to see them really well that way.
And I know we can see that online. You can Google those exam techniques. So thank you both very much for the work you do.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for the research team. Yay.
Hi, I'm Sherry Ziegler. I'm a medical oncologist at St. Vincent Cancer Center. To me, Komen means better care for my patients and their family. With research, we've certainly had a lot of advancements in cancer because of the money generated through Komen. And more importantly, it's a support system for my patients, both in terms of seeking care and also providing free mammograms. So, huge supporter for Komen.
I know fighting breast cancer is tough, but there is help out there. Let's go back out now to Angie Umphrey, who has more on how Komen can help.
I am now in the green booth, the booth called Care. And your name is?
Zoe.
Zoe?
Brooke.
And Brooke, tell us some lifestyle choices that we can make to reduce our risk for getting breast cancer.
Sure, we could reduce our risk by exercising regularly, limiting our alcohol intake, and also we could maintain a healthy weight, and that could help to reduce our risk.
And lots of other things that helps
Of
reduce
course, there's a lot
the
of
risk
things.
for. Well, one of the questions I think young women in particular have is, when do you start really seriously doing breast exams? Who wants to field that question?
Yeah, it's recommended that we start getting mammograms whenever we turn 45 to around 49. It's between there. Women that are around 40 could also choose to do that, especially if they have a family history or other tendencies that could cause them to need that further.
It's important. It's so important. It's hard to get everybody on board with that too. So what do we do when we find we have a lump in our breast? What's step one?
Yeah, so most people actually freak out when they have a lump in their breast, but most of the time cancer is actually found with no symptoms. So if you find a lump in your breast, don't freak out or anything. Call your provider. You can get some testing done to figure out what it is, but most of the time it's normally benign.
It's good to know, but if you don't know if you don't check.
Right, that's
You've
right.
got to keep that check going on.
Yeah.
One of the questions that lots of people have, I'm sure, is, can men get breast cancer?
Yes, the answer is yes. If you have breast tissue, then you can get breast cancer. So that's something that a lot of people don't think of, but yes.
And so guys need to check as well.
Yep,
That's
same
it.
as women.
Well, all right, we are going beyond pink here. So let's talk about the money, how it's used, how it's raised for this event.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of things that the money from this organization is going to. So some of those include, they go towards mammograms, clinical breast exams, treatment assistance, and they also created a program last year, and it's called Komen Cares. So Komen Cares is for breast cancer patients that are currently in treatment. They can be given up to $250 per month for up to 6 months while they're in care. This money is going to go towards grocery gift cards, gas cards to get to or from treatment. It could also go towards their bills, such as electricity, water, gas. There's many things that it can go towards. And you must qualify for this program, and you can apply if you're under the 250% poverty guidelines. So it's a great program for those individuals in need.
That is important information to share. Thank you, ladies. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Let's hear it
Thank
for the
you.
care tent.
Hello, my name is Sheila Hauk, and I'm the director of St. Vincent Ascension Oncology Cancer Program. I support the Komen Foundation since 1997. I was on the first team to organize our first Race for the Cure with Mary Beth Owen and Julie Blevins. I have always been so proud to support this walk, this foundation, because they're one organization that really does care about their patients. I spent my whole career taking care of patients with cancer, especially those with breast. I cannot urge you enough to support, donate, walk, be a friend. Do what you can for the men and women that are diagnosed with breast cancer. This is such an important cause. Many of the funds stay here locally to support our men and women with breast cancer. So please, join with us today. More than Pink Walk, join with us here at St. Vincent. Have a happy day, and we're all about saving lives.
You know, this pandemic is hitting everyone hard. You know, people are losing income and jobs because of COVID-19. Can you imagine having to fight breast cancer in the middle of all this? Well, luckily, Komen has a program that can help. It's a relatively new program called Komen Cares. It provides financial assistance for people going through treatment so that survivors don't have to choose between treatment and putting a roof over their head, or between treatment and putting food in their belly, or keeping the lights on. I want to introduce you now to a survivor who is being helped by Komen Cares. Meet Allie Fraley. Hi, Allie. Tell me about your diagnosis, your treatment, and how it's affecting your family.
Absolutely. So I started experiencing some pain back in March, right about the time COVID was all starting. So I kind of probably waited a little bit longer than I should have. But the pain I was having became more intense. So I went in to see my provider, and she suggested that I go ahead and have the mammogram and an ultrasound done. And that same day, they told me what they saw was alarming and that I needed to have a biopsy. So everything happened really fast. And of course, I'm walking through this by myself because of COVID. But on May 19th, they informed me that I did indeed have invasive breast cancer.
Now, I understand you just had your last chemo treatment. What was it? Yes, just yesterday, when we're recording this, just yesterday. And
yes,
it's your last one, but you still have more treatment to go through. Talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So it was discovered that the tumor I had was fairly large, and there was concern that it was attached to the chest wall. So they wanted to attack it with chemotherapy first. So I've done 8 rounds of 3 different types of chemo. Next month, I will have a surgery, a mastectomy, to take out the breast, and then a lymph node that was infected because I was stage 3. And then I will have to have 5 to 6 weeks of radiation where I will go every day except for weekends.
Now, I understand that it is difficult and it's very expensive going through things like this. I understand that Komen Cares, a new program through Komen called Komen Cares, has helped you. Talk about that a little bit. How has it helped you?
You know, Shelley, it's kind of ironic. My sister works for Susan G. Komen, but down in Dallas. So I've always known what Susan G. Komen stands for in their mission. But I've always just been kind of dancing around the edges. So when it hits you, you want to get involved, or at least that's what I've wanted to do. So my sister immediately suggested that I call our local affiliate, and Rachel Sherwood has helped me from the beginning. Just talking to me, being of a friendship, supporting that for me. But they've also helped me financially with gas for treatment. They send me gas cards, and then also Walmart gift cards to help me with expenses of our grocery bill, which is really nice. And I know they're limited right now on funding, but they've still been able to help me.
And how important has that help been?
Oh, it's so important, especially right now in the times that we're living in. And, I am blessed that I have been able to work from home, but not all the women that are affected by this are working right now, which is a sad part to think about. They need this even more so. And I think that's why I'm so invested in this More Than Pink walk and giving back and fundraising, because it's not just me going through this right now. There are so many other women being diagnosed every day.
Thank you so much, Allie Fraley, for sharing your story and for persevering through this, and I know you're going to get out of this on the good side. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today, and the best of luck to you.
Thank you.
You've heard the phrase, it takes a village. Well, it really does take a village to fight breast cancer and help survivors in the middle of that battle. Komen has programs that go out to agencies all across our community to help survivors. Angie Humphrey has more on that.
I'm in the blue tent now, and the blue tent stands for community. And tell everybody your name.
I'm Kaylin. Hi.
Hey, Kaylin. Let's talk about the services that the Susan G. Komen Center offers.
Yeah, so they offer a lot of services. They have Komen Cares, which is a service that they provide for women with breast cancer. It offers non-medical services such as like paying utility bills, paying for groceries, and transportation with gift cards. And you can also get up to $250 a month for 6 months. You can sign up for that online at KomenEvansville.org. And they also have, things like the Walk Today and other fundraising events. And then you can also volunteer, be an advocate, and participate in our fundraising if you want to become involved.
That's important news for people. I think a lot of folks don't know all of those important facts. How does someone sign up to receive those services?
Yeah, so the KomenEvansville.org, they have some links. You can go under the volunteer services and community and sign up for those services to be part of the community with us.
Well, let's imagine people who are out here watching are participating. Maybe they haven't been directly impacted by breast cancer. How can they get involved in what you're doing?
Yeah, so like I said, there's ways to volunteer for our different fundraising events throughout the year. You can just come to the Komen Center or volunteer online, and also you can become an advocate and do fundraising events with us. Many ways to help. Why are you interested in being involved in this? I think it is a great community. It's a great service to offer these women because, I'm in healthcare and I see that how gratefully impacted these women are with breast cancer, and it's just awesome to have a service here at Evansville that can be provided for those in need.
It really is. Thank you so much for what you're doing and for being here today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This 2020 virtual More Than Pink Walk allows folks to walk whenever they can, wherever they can in the fight against breast cancer. One Pike County team held their event last weekend, and they walked to the gravesite of Andrea Hoffman, the woman they walk for. Our own Eyewitness News' Miranda Meister went with them.
Feet to the pavement, Andrea's Army, a time for old friends to remember the woman they lost and the memories they cherish.
That we were in Miss Pike County together with Andrea, and she would never take it serious. Like, we were always goofing off, getting in trouble.
Leading the walk, Andrea Hoffman's now 18-year-old son, Corbin, the one who pushed his mother to get a mammogram by making a joke.
I told my mom, has she ever been tested? And she said, no, she's 30. And I said, well, you look 40, so you should go get tested.
He was around 10 at the time. After that exam, the family learned Andrea had breast cancer. We spoke with Andrea and her family while she was fighting in 2016.
But we have hope, and we have God, and we have each other.
Of course. A few months after this interview, Andrea passed away. Now Corbin says he has another reason to fight.
My mom's fight is over, but my sister now has a higher risk for breast cancer, and I simply don't want to see her go through the same thing my mom did, and so I really fight for her now.
Carrying a reminder of them with him.
When I have that on, I still feel like not only she's with me, but both of them are with me, and that I have the strength.
Strength too.
Strength to keep going, the strength to keep fighting, and to continue on whenever things are difficult, not just with this stuff, but with life in general.
As he walks, Corbin remembers his mom, and a day she surprised him at school.
I don't think of my mom as the person who was beaten down some days but got back up. I think of her as that person who met me in the hallway and who was just so happy to see me again, and I was happy to see her.
From above, the view Andrea has of her Army orange shirts in her memory. Back on the ground, a family who propels her story forward. In Pike County, Miranda Meister, Eyewitness News.
Breast cancer survivors need a voice. Komen is that voice and is your advocate. Angie Humphrey has more on Komen taking action.
Well, if you see bright orange, you know it's time for action, and I am in the action tent right now. And you are?
Mary Elizabeth.
Mary Elizabeth?
Creek.
Jenna.
Jenna. Well, there are some important questions that we need to talk about here, and one of them is how can people be a part to be a part of the advocate community?
In order to be a part of the advocacy community here at Susan G. Komen, you can text Evansville to 40649 to receive text alerts and to stay informed with the program.
And how can people get involved to defend the Breast Cancer Bill of Rights?
So obviously the Bill of Rights are very important to breast cancer patients. In order to get involved with that and defend those, you can text WALK to 40649 and get in and defend the rights.
There you go, there you go. So what is exactly the Breast Cancer Bill of Rights?
The Breast Cancer Bill of Rights are just things that we think that every single breast cancer patient or survivor of breast cancer deserves the right to. And they are access, clinical trials, early detection, financial stability, a high quality of care, reconstruction surgery, timely care, patient education, a strong safety net, and innovation.
All important. That's a big, long, and powerful list. So what are you asking the nation's leaders to do?
We're asking our nation's leaders to put the patients first and definitely defend those amazing Breast Cancer Bill of Rights.
And how do we do that? How do we just go to the Breast Cancer Sign Center?
You sign up for those texts, you go online to sign up for the, become a volunteer, and just sign up for all of the awesome things that they have on the website.
Speak up, sign up, stand up, right? Thank you, Action Tent. Let's hear it. All right. Another great conversation.
I am here today because of Komen. I mean, I'm alive and well because of Komen. Because of the education and awareness from Komen, I knew when I found my lump, I had to get it checked right away. I survived breast cancer because of the innovative treatments funded by Komen research dollars. Every dollar we raise today goes to help someone else survive that fight. Someone you may know. No one goes through this alone. We are all in this together. All right, everybody, are you ready to get warmed up, to get ready to walk? Here's Phyllis and Rhea to get us going.
Okay, everybody, let's get off the couch, get your dancing shoes on, and let's get this party started. Lunge and clap, 2 up, 2 down, 4 heels. Lunge and clap. Walk, pull and curl. Pull, curl. Jog it back or march. Knees up. Walk and pull. Stomp it. Jog it back. Walk, pull and curl. Squeeze it in. Jog it back or march. Cross your arms. Walk and pull. Jog it back. Ready? Lunge and clap. 2 up. 2 down. 4 heels. Arms up. Lunge and clap. 4 heels. Walk, pull and curl. Pull, curl. Jog it back or march. Walk, pull and curl. Squeeze in. Jog it back. Just tall. Pull it. Jog it back. Pull and curl. Jog back. Lunge and clap. 2 up. 2 down. 4 heels. Low impact. 2 up. 2 down. No bounce. Lunge and clap. 3. 4 heels. Lunge and clap. 4 heels. Listen. Sweep right. Down around the elbow. Lunge right. Arm down. Sweep left. Down around the elbow. Lunge left. Arm down. Sweep right. Stretch your hamstring. Lunge. Arm down. Sweep left. Lunge left. Arm down. Walk. Pull and curl. Hey! Jog it back. Walk, pull, and curl. Last time. Jog back. Ready? Lunge and clap. 2 up. Hey, hey. 4 heels. Lunge and clap. It's all gonna be okay. Lunge and clap. 2 up. 4 heels. 1 more. 4 heels. Hold it here. Thank you and have a great day.
All right, everybody, we are warmed up and ready to go. And remember, this is a virtual walk. You walk wherever you can, whenever you can, but you do need to register. So go to KomenEvansville.org. Make sure you register for the More Than Pink Walk and take those donations, no matter how small. They're going to make a difference in the journey for survivors right here in the tri-state. So all of us together, we can do this. Get out there, get walking. Let's keep up the fight against breast cancer.
This broadcast of the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Virtual Walk on the CW7 is brought to you by Expressway Chevrolet.